Good morning, Washington, where right now it's cloudy and 67 degrees. Later on today, it's going to be sunny with a high of 78. Sounds like a beautiful day in the nation's capital. Well, he was supposed to be President Obama's go-to guy to create more green jobs. Now he's out of a job. Van Jones has been under fire for some pointed comments about Republicans and a petition that he signed in 2004 questioning what the Bush administration knew about 9/11. Here to help us break down this controversy, our political panel. On the left, we've got Maria Cardona with us this morning, and along with Kevin Madden on the right. In full disclosure, Kevin also works for a PR firm with clients in the healthcare industry. Good to see both of you. Kevin, let's start with you. On this issue of Van Jones, the left is infuriated about how he was treated by the White House. The right seems to be emboldened. Republicans may be smelling blood in the water. Do you expect that this is just the first of many inquiries into some of these czars that the White House has appointed? I think there are some 30 of them left in the administration now.
Well, I think that's the main issue here. What you see with President Obama is this reliance on czars, and many in Congress do believe that is an end run around their oversight. And I think there are probably even some corridors of power here within the administration that probably didn't like the idea that you have czars that are encroaching on their policy portfolio. So I believe that the pressure on this, though, for President Obama is going to come from the Congress. You have many up there who believe that these czars ought to be confirmed by the Senate, and since they're not, when they do get into the center of fire like this, they're going to continue to take aim.
Maria, do you think that's true? Is the pressure going to come from Congress, or is it going to come from right-wing talk radio and talk TV and the other people who are illuminating the potential problems with Van Jones for some weeks now?
Look, I don't think it's an issue of having too many czars. I think this is something that happens, and frankly, in all administrations. We all have things that we've said in our past, things that we've done in our past that we regret. I do think, unfortunately, that the right-wing talk show hosts and the right-wing media did focus upon this and really used it to bring this guy down, and I think it's a shame. Mr. Jones is, an Ivy League educated lawyer. He was an expert in his field, internationally renowned author on the subject, and I think that it's too bad for this administration and too bad for this country that we're losing his expertise. But he did the right thing. He resigned. He didn't want this he didn't want us to be talking about this. He wants the focus to be on President Obama's agenda. So I think he did the right thing in resigning.
Now, do you think he resigned, or was he forced out, Kevin? Obviously he didn't want to be a distraction to the administration, but the administration might not have wanted him to be a distraction either.
No, I think that's right. Look, at the end of the day, he probably didn't have much choice. He became such a distraction to the administration. And I'd have to disagree with Maria that this was right-wing talk radio. This was something that the White House did to itself. When you go through a vetting process that doesn't catch things like having a top White House advisor or even a middle-level White House advisor like Van Jones, who has signed a petition that says that we ought to investigate 9/11 as an inside job, then the White House brought this on themselves, and that was why they were very quick to accept the resignation and allow Van Jones to have to leave the White House.
What do you think about that, Maria? Was he just not thoroughly looked at?
Look, all White Houses have gone through this problem. This is not the first time that this has happened in this administration and past administrations, and it won't be the last. Clearly in hindsight, you can say, yes, the vetting process needs to be better, but that's easily said when you find something that wasn't found before. So again, I don't think it's an issue of the vetting process. I don't think it's an issue of having czars. I do think it's an issue that you do have right-wing radio talk show hosts and right-wing media who are completely focused on having this president and this administration fail.